Good morning. It's another lovely sunny day here at Muddy Puddles Farm. As you can see, Kevin has already been in his wallow applying his sun cream, and there is nothing left of breakfast for Kevin and Ava. Ava has chosen to settle in the shade in the ark, and the back of the ark has been taken off, so there's a through draft. It stays nice and cool in there for them now. But they have quite an amazing wallow that they've created. Now just top it up with the hose now and then. We are due some rain this week, so I've got so many jobs to get done in the garden, sowing and planting out. So let's see how far we can get with those jobs today. Here, right at the end of May, tomorrow being the last day of May, it's definitely time to start getting some of the plants out into the garden, which means they all need bringing from home to the farm. And not a minute too soon, a lot of them have been suffering because we've had aphids. A chili here, as you can see, and it was growing really nicely. You can see the bottom leaves are growing nicely, but the top leaves have got this wrinkled, crinkled look, and that's because the aphids have sucked the sap out of those leaves. I'm hoping they'll recover if I plant them out on the farm. There are lots of predators here, lacewings and ladybugs and things like that, so hopefully they will clear the aphids out. They've had a jet wash this morning, so there are no aphids visible on these plants now, so that's a good start. So I'll get some of these out. I've got all sorts of so these ones are mostly mild in here. Yes, more mild apricot. So mild apricot, apple crisp, Kashmiri mild. And I also have here some Zebrange. I've got my Joe's Long as well. The other thing I've got to plant out today are these beauties, and these are growing absolutely gorgeously. Look at those pink shoots on there. Aren't those gorgeous? And these, very kindly, these are ochre that Stella sent me. I've put 3 out to see how they got on, and they've done really well. So the rest are going out today. And I've also got quite a few squash to go out. Before we do that, I'll have a quick look at some of the planting I've already done this year. So, as some of you are aware, I am direct sowing as much as I possibly can. I'm working in collaboration with Stella from Growing with Stella. Oh, take you off the tripod there. And it has been mixed success. So this is my annual plot, and I have sown in here, and as you can see, these are some of the carrots I sowed, but there is quite a deep hole there, which is a Kevin footprint, and there's another one here. And in quite a few places where there are footprints, we are missing some of our sowing. There are a lot of footprints here, and all that's come up here are a couple of seedlings there. Footprints, and one seedling there. Some rows are better than others, but there are some that have definitely got footprints where things have been crushed and ruined. And the other thing I did yesterday, and I need to mulch them today, I put out my tomato plants along here. I fixed up this cattle fencing, and these are leeks that were direct sown. Those seem to be the largest of them all. But yes, my tomato plants, although small, they've been buried deep. They will grow on nicely here, I hope. Now, the only thing that I have labelled in this garden are the tomatoes, and I've got the clips there, and I've only, oh, it's not focusing, it won't focus. That one says outdoor girl. So I have only labelled one of each type, so I will be able to tell which, at least one plant of each, what they are. Got more nasturtium here, and my giant onions, bless them, they are trying their very best despite my neglect. They're coming on. They are nowhere near as amazing as other people's. They are quite tiny. It's quite shameful, but there they are. They are growing there. And that is a little tiny apple tree seedling grown from an apple core. The leaves got quite scorched in this heat, but I think it's going to survive. The onion sets I put in here are doing very well. The absence of weeds here, where I just walk by and can pluck a weed as I walk by, compared to under the tunnel where I have to think about taking the cover off and think about coming in and weeding. The difference is incredible. I don't like working with this, but again, I really want my brassica to be okay, because I seem to suffer with my brassica. That there is my year-round collie that made it. It got some of the radishes going to seed. I'm going to allow that because I've run out of radish seed, so that will be nice. Some of them I've harvested and eaten. Just the calendula, so much calendula, and that can all get moved around the garden. And really good news, I've now got peas coming through. You can actually see that there are some peas here now. This is my Benton's kale that was very kindly sent by Mel. It's looking so good. It's looking really, really good. So thank you, Mel, for that. That's fabulous. But this was all full of trotter marks, and the bottles that I had placed on the top there to protect the seeds, the bean seeds from the pheasant, were all over the place. I found a lot of beans like this either eaten or discarded on the surface, or just holes where I had planted beans, and I had thought that it was a complete washout. That there next to that bean on the surface is a Greek gigantes seedling, and giving it time, there are some more. And so what I thought was a total loss is actually a place where I'm going to have to put a wigwam up. Now, as you can see, I have got my things ready to start planting, and I've laid things out where I think they will fit, where they will go. I've decided the crooknecks, I'm not going to tie them up. I'm going to let them be ground cover. I'm going to let them run all through the other plants, much like the nasturtium, and just do a little bit of ground cover. I'm going to show you planting just one plant because they're all going to go in with the same method. It won't last long, but I'm going to start the day with my gloves. I have some old expired milk, which normally I would just pour on the compost heap, but seeing as I'm planting anyway, I'm going to put some in the bottom of the planting hole. Some things I will plant deeper than the actual plants, so the chilies will all root. They've got some air roots coming anyway, and it's lost its bottom leaves, so this one I will plant really deeply. But something like the squash here, you can see how it's suffered with the heat while I was at work. Keeping things watered is quite tricky. This one I will plant at the same level as it is in the pot. So it depends on what it is. Tomatoes and chilies, I will plant deeper. Everything else gets planted to the same depth as it is in the plant pot. Now, as a squash or a pumpkin grows along the ground, it would send more roots out along the way. So everywhere that stem touches the ground, it will send out more roots, but I don't like burying them. They will find their own way down into the ground where they want to and need to. Lots of water in the hole, so it's fish, blood and bone. Lots of water in the hole. I'm going to add, because I've got it, don't always, some gone off milk, can't hurt. And this is my crookneck courgette going in. There we go. It's got roots to the edge of the pot, but not root bound, which is good. Pop that in there. I'm going to plant it so that there is a dip, and there's a good reason why I'm going to do that. And that is so that when I water, the water will sit in that dip and filter down through in that space where that plant is there. So you can see I'm not getting the water runoff, and that is soaking directly down where the plant is and where the plant needs it. So hopefully that will recover from the aphids, although they haven't attacked these very badly. and just general sun scorch from being out on a very hot balcony garden. Okay, so there are lots more jobs to get done today. I don't know that I'll get through all of them, but I just wanted to stop and show you. I got the mowing done. It's the last bit of filming I'm doing because my battery has gone all the way down to 25% very, very quickly. But the vegetable beds are looking good. Those are the turnip and radish leaves that I took off, and I've just used them as a mulch because I ran out of grass clippings. A lot of the grass I cut had seeds, so I couldn't use it. I did that last year, and I'm suffering with seedlings of grass seedlings everywhere, so I won't make that mistake again. So that's looking quite nice. I've mowed the grass around the edge. So for today's harvest, we've got some globe artichoke, eggs as always, perpetual spinach, 1 strawberry, some lettuce leaves, the turnip and radish I harvested earlier, and some rhubarb. And it's time for me to make this into dinner.